What's the future of the Republican Party?
Look, I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's funny. The last time I'm seeing commentators and people all over TV and Twitter sounding like me over the last couple of years. I mean, I've been talking about national divorce. I've been talking about the irreconcilable differences that we have in this country. At the end of the day, it's not about race. It's not even so much about class. It's about ideology, and we just have two completely different, conflicting, mutually exclusive visions of how we understand the
Mm.
world. Libby was talking about this before, and you're not going to escape it. You know, you're not going to tell somebody who believes that abortion and climate change and quote unquote saving our democracy is more important than their ability to eat or to keep their children away from groomer teachers and a medical establishment that wants to kind of
Remove their body parts.
gender
Yeah.
mutilate them. Right. I mean, this is not a bridgeable divide. And as we go further into the movie, we see that this stuff is just it's just not going to work. I don't think we'll ever see what we kind of need to see in order to reset things, which is a decisive victory from one side or the other. Um,
Yeah.
so so
Yeah.
so really, so here we are. I think at the end of the day, what happened last night will turn out to be a positive thing because it will hip more people to what's going on
Mm.
in the country and what the stakes are. And frankly, if you want something different, if you're living in New York State or in Illinois or in Michigan or in California or in a place like that, get up and go. You don't have to go tomorrow. You don't need $10 million in order to get up and go. But if things get bad enough and you really want it, you can go. There are no excuses. I mean, I know from, my family left Europe with nothing. People have done it throughout history and throughout all time. Just people need to go to where they can be in a geographic area
Mm.
that better represents their values and
Yeah.
their policy.
Libby, on the point of irreconcilable differences, I was hoping that this election with inflation would have been the thing that cuts through all these other things that are super important, but we can all unite around 10% inflation and $7 gas here in California. Like every time you drive down the street, you see this big giant sign telling you how the economy is doing with this metric of gas prices. You would have thought everyone, even if you pay no attention to politics at all in any way whatsoever, we could at least all unite behind this one thing that is the economy and hold the Democrats accountable. But it still didn't happen, and the people of Pennsylvania voted for John Fetterman, of all people. How are these differences now irreconcilable for good, or can we ever unite on something?
I just don't know. I think Dave makes a point that you can vote with your feet and with your tax dollars, and you can go somewhere else. You can leave where you are. Um, I think that's definitely a thing. Are these differences irreconcilable? I think in a lot of ways, yes, they are irreconcilable. If you're going to pay for your groceries and you don't see that your grocery bill has doubled, if you're going to get gas and you don't see that your gas bills have just shockingly increased, and you don't see that depletion of our, strategic petroleum reserves to be a problem. If you don't see all of this, I don't know what is going to convince you that the country is on the right
Yeah.
track.